What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another video. Today we're going to be doing my Premier League predictions ahead of match day number 20 in the Premier League. Before I do crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Social media links, they're in the description. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok, email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your predictions ahead of Premier League match day number 20. And also don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore, who are going to keep you guys up to date every single step of the way with the latest football scores, along with the latest match information, match statistics and so much more. They're not just going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest football scores and information. It's not limited to just football. It's got all the sports that you guys love to follow all in one place, all in one app. Links and details there in the description. It is a free app to download and worthwhile checking out, and anyone that does download using my link in the description or the QR code on screen does help to support the future content created here on my channel. So having a look at match day number 19, awful performance from me. No correct scores, just 2 correct results and 8 incorrect. So let's really have a look at what's gone wrong here for me. So Manchester City weren't looking too great, so I had them to drop more points and they ended up winning a game. They beat Leicester City by 2-0. I had that down as a 1-1 draw. Crystal Palace against Southampton, couldn't split them. I had that down as a 1-1 draw. Palace picked up a really decent 3 points at home, winning that game by 2-1. I had Nottingham Forest away game against Everton down as a 0-0 draw. Nottingham Forest continued to go from strength to strength, picking up a brilliant away win by 2-0. Fulham against Bournemouth, I had that down as a 2-0 Fulham win. That finished 2-2 and a good point on the road there, I think, for AFC Bournemouth. And then Tottenham Hotspur took on Wolverhampton Wanderers, had that down as a Spurs win, finished 2-2. Good point for Wolves. They did lead, they did go behind, they managed to find an equaliser, a good point on the road for them. And then finally, I had Liverpool down as 3-1 winners away against West Ham. That finished a whopping 5-0 to Liverpool, as they are cruising at the top of the Premier League. And then on Monday night, you had Aston Villa taking on Brighton. I had that down as a home win for Aston Villa by 2-1. Brighton managed to find a late equaliser, so nearly had a correct score there. Finished 2-2 instead, and a good point on the road for Brighton. I had Chelsea down as 2-1 winners away from home against Ipswich. I think it's Ipswich's first win at Portman Road in the Premier League against Chelsea as well by 2-0. A brilliant home win for them. And then Manchester United against Newcastle, I had that down as a 2-1 Newcastle win. That finished 2-0 to Newcastle in the end, as Ruben Amorim must be thinking, what on earth has he took over there at Manchester United? And then on New Year's Day, I had Arsenal down as a 2-2 draw away from home against Brentford. Thought they might have done something. They did go ahead, Brentford, but ended up sacrificing their lead, and Arsenal getting the needed 3 points, as they are, to me, clinging on to title hopes there, as Liverpool absolutely cruising at the top of the Premier League, but Arsenal picking up a good 3-1 away win against Brentford leads us nicely on to match day number 20 and takes us on to Saturday 4th of January 2025 and the first Premier League fixtures of 2025. We have already had one game in 2025 with Brentford taking on Arsenal on New Year's Day. So on Saturday 4th of January, in the early kickoff, you've got Tottenham Hotspur taking on Newcastle United at 12:30 p.m. GMT, with the game being broadcast live here in the UK on TNT Sports. Going for these two sides to cancel each other out, going for a 1-1 draw. Wouldn't rule out Newcastle picking up another solid away win on the road. They seem to be going from strength to strength and finding some really good form at the moment, but I'm going for a 1-1 draw there for Spurs against Newcastle. Now moving on to the 3 p.m. games at Villa Park, you've got Aston Villa taking on Leicester City. I'm going with Aston Villa to win that game. I'm going with a 2-1 win, and I think it might be quite a scrappy game, that one, and I wouldn't rule out that being a very close game, and maybe even Leicester taking some points off Villa, but I'm going for Villa to edge that game by 2-1. And something similar down on the south coast with AFC Bournemouth taking on Everton again. Going with a 2-1 home win there for Bournemouth, but again I'm going for Everton to try and scrap and scrape for everything and make that a really difficult game for Bournemouth, and I wouldn't rule out Everton taking some away points, but I'm going for Bournemouth to edge that game by 2-1. And then going to Selhurst Park, you've got Crystal Palace taking on Chelsea. I'm going for Chelsea to respond to their defeat against Ipswich Ipswich Town away from home by picking up a good away win against Crystal Palace by 2-1. And then to Manchester, you've got Man City taking on West Ham. West Ham seems to be, their form seems to be disintegrating, picking up injuries that seem to be all over the place. And I'm going for Manchester City to pick up some confidence from their away win against Leicester and to cruise that game by 3-0, and Manchester City to make it back-to-back wins, which would be needed for Manchester City as well. But I don't see anything other than City picking up the 3 points there. And then on the South Coast, you've got Southampton taking on Brentford, and I'm going for a 1-1 draw there between the two sides and them two teams to cancel each other out. And the final game on Saturday, 4th of January, you've got Brighton taking on Arsenal at 5:30 p.m. GMT, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. And I'm going for Arsenal to win on the road there, and I'm going for a 3-1 Arsenal win to apply some pressure at the top of the Premier League. Now, moving on to Sunday in the 2 p.m. game live on Sky Sports at Craven Cottage, you've got Fulham taking on Ipswich, and I'm going for Fulham to win that game and make home advantage count. And I think Fulham, if they do get on top, will end up cruising that game. So I'm going for a solid, comfortable 2-0 win for Fulham against Ipswich. And in the final game on Sunday at 4:30 p.m. GMT, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports, you've got Liverpool taking on Manchester United. And the only surprise that I've chucked out there is Man United actually grabbing a goal. I'm going for Liverpool to cruise that game, to crush Manchester United, and 4-1 winners there for Liverpool. And again, them looking really comfortable at the top of the Premier League, and Manchester United suffering. And then moving on to Monday night's game, you've got on the 6th of January, you've got Wolverhampton Wanderers taking on Nottingham Forest at 8 p.m. GMT, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. I'm putting a little curveball out there, despite Nottingham Forest going from strength to strength and looking really good. I'm going for Wolves. Is it a surprise? I think it would be. Yeah, I'm going for, with how the two teams have been so far this season, I'm going for Wolves to spring the surprise, make home advantage count, and for them to win in front of their own fans by 2-1 against Nottingham Forest. So there we go. They have been my Premier League predictions ahead of matchday number 20 in the Premier League. Leave your thoughts in the comments below with your predictions, please. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up on the video. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. See you all again later on today. I'm doing my daily Manchester City transfer update series, so I'll be back with episode number 2 later on today for you guys to enjoy, so I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC, thank you everyone for watching, hope everyone is safe and well, peace, ciao for now.